Órale. It is the heel total trucker wrestling rehab. Shouts to all my junkies out there. Shouts to my brothers in crime. One, Mr. Incredible Javier and Pablo from the LA Times. Okay. All right. Here we go. I'm not gonna waste any time. I'm gonna get right into it. Listen, I personally did not get a chance to watch this live. I was on a cruise ship with little to no service. I went ahead and watched it when I got back. Okay. So I did not watch it live. Nor did I know who was the winners and the losers. Um, I can get down like that. I know some people can't. I can. So let's go ahead and let's get into a little bit on what happened on Extreme Rules, and probably not just Extreme Rules, man, but just what's going on. The season premiere of Monday Night Raw is now behind us as well, and what happened there. Um, Brock Lesnar coming out and all that, but before we get to all that, let's go ahead and let's get to what happened at Extreme Rules. Now, what's up, Esa Benny? Um, Let me go ahead and say this first of all. I have been very critical about this pay-per-view, right? Just in general, just Extreme Rules. To me personally, I'm like, this is a trash pay-per-view. I don't like it. Especially last year, right? Last year there was only one match that was, finger quotes extreme, right? But hey, look, check it out, Holmes. This year they really stepped it up. Every match had something it had something going for it that made it extreme. And I dig that. I liked it. Made me kind of maybe turn the corner. And I'm like, okay, cool. You know what? If they're getting rid of TLC, tables, ladders, and chairs, then I'm down with it for them to do this. Because I was thinking, like, hey, you know what? Bring back not a champion for every title contender. Although the way the championships are right now, I'm not sure if that's really a smart move. But anyway, look, Extreme Rules. Um, I I thought it was an okay pay per view. Um, Going in, I was like, man, I think this is gonna be better, right? Because I always give this pay per view a lot of heat. But I enjoyed it. I did, man. I enjoyed it. There's certain matches in there. There's certain wrestlers in there that I just don't care about, like the Karrion Cross guy who got over on Drew McIntyre in the freaking leather strap match. Does anybody care about Karrion Kross more? Now, I'm not sure what you're trying to do with uh with Drew McIntyre, but having him drop a match to Karrion Kross, you're kind of burying him, man, because nobody cares about Karrion Kross. Now I'm thinking they got big plans for him, but he's not over. He is not over at all. This guy's getting little to no pop. And you had Drew McIntyre. You had him go over on Drew McIntyre, someone who not too long ago was in the main event challenging my tribal chief. And now you have him losing to this douchebag, which nobody cares about, Karrion Kross. I mean, what a roller coaster of a ride for Drew McIntyre, man. We got you on a big high, challenging the tribal chief, and now we got you taking a pin with this Karrion Kross, which might as well just be a jobber. What's up, Mikey? Drew is not Triple H guy. Not sure why. Yeah, but I think you can do more with Drew McIntyre than you can with Karrion Kross. It's not a good look, man. Not a good look. You got a guy, you give him a big push, and the very next pay per view, he's dropping a match. But oh well. I do kind of want to talk a little bit about the Judgment Day. Is this faction growing on any of you guys? Because I didn't care about them. I thought once they lost Edge, that was it. It was over. But no, man. I think they're doing great now. Well, maybe great's a great. Okay, let me take that back. I think they're growing. Not that they're doing great. I think that they're growing. But I do like what they're doing. And if you guys saw Monday Night Raw, you know, the finger quotes season premiere of Monday Night Raw, you had AJ Styles, made it look like if he was going to join, and instead he brought back Gallows and Anderson. There is only one Poppy. That's right. That's right, man. Eddie Guerrero. Look, man. Edge versus Finn Balor was I guess it was as good as that match could possibly be. Um Edge is getting close to 50 years old. It was a entertaining match, I guess. I wasn't at the edge of my seat. I like I said, like I've said before, to me, the leader in that group is Damian Priest. For one reason or another, he just kind of comes off as the leader, right? Even though there really is no leader, unless people want to say it's Dominic. But look, Real Ripley, she's not getting in the ring, right? I think she's still recovering. Um I'm not saying she can be the leader, but she's definitely the leader of a Dominic. That's for damn sure. And by the way, I actually like that. It's making me like Dominic. But look, that match was it was a I quit match. It got pretty entertaining once the Glamazon Beth Phoenix got in there as well. And I was like, well, how do you make Edge quit, right? Like, are you really truly gonna make Edge quit for him to say, I quit? He's a face, he's an old school vato. Like, how can you make Edge quit? I'm a dork, ain't no leader. Oh man. Oh man, you guys are hard on Dominic, man. You guys are hard on him. Dominic is confused. Hey, listen. I like what Rhea Ripley's doing with them. I do, man. I do. He when he was with Rey Mysterio, he was daddy's little boy. Rhea Ripley took him and turned him into a man. Dumbledore is soft. Bro. I think he's starting. Okay, so he's a heel now, right? Definitely. I think he needs to get a little bit more grit in his voice. He still sounds a little too kiddish, right? When he's telling Ray, hit me, right? I think he's doing a pretty good job in being like that little spoiled kid punk who wants his real papi, Eddie Guerrero, and not Rey Mysterio. But I think his voice is a little too kiddish for people really to take him serious. Let me see. He needs to have a leash on. Oh, and collar. And Papi needs to control. Oh, can you imagine? Can you imagine the next time they come out, Rhea Ripley has a leash on Dominic? Oh, man. I wonder what will come. I wonder if there'll be controversy all over that. If Rhea Ripley walks Dominic to the ring on a leash, still needs to hit puberty. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Mikey. He needs a little bit more roughness in his voice. But yeah, it got pretty interesting when Beth Phoenix got involved, and I was thinking, I was like, okay, Edge is gonna win. How do you make Edge say I quit? Right? I'm thinking maybe they break his arm, they really injure him some way, somehow, but how do they make Edge quit? I had no idea. Hey, you know what? We got your wife, and we're gonna squash her head like a freaking grape unless you say I quit. I thought that was a good turn. I thought that was a good finish. That was quite the way to have the Judgment Day go over. Look, Judgment Day, man, they're really getting up there as some real major heels. What's up, Mob Nasty? Polite scumbag. What's going on? Did you hear Michael Cole on commentary when Dork was beating up Ray? I did. I did, man. I did. Which also, if you guys saw with the season premiere of Raw, the commentary has changed. Which I'm not too crazy about that dude, man. I forgot his name, but let me see. That Agacina, it's going to be Papacita. Yeah, man.
Are you live
Yeah.
on Total Trucker?
She may become the leader of Judgment Day. Mistress Ripley. Yeah, probably. I got my granddaughter here with me. I gotta teach her right, man. She's gonna be acknowledging her tribal chief, part of the bloodline.
Ooh.
Um, Roman Reigns.
Oh yeah. The Rock is her other grandpa.
So let me see. I wanna see tight leather and ball gaze. Spike collars mask with zippers. Well, you know what, Mikey? They kind of have that. They kind of have that, Mikey. They kind of have that like gothic style, man. So, Dominic kind of looks a little bit. Dominic now with his slick back hair and all that, man. He looks like he could go that direction. Let me see. They need Shayna. You know what, polite scumbag? I didn't even think about that. Shayna Baszler. Her versus Rhea Ripley will be pretty good, but even adding Shayna Baszler to the Judgment Day can make that faction even stronger. Because in reality, they don't have any real major superstars. It will never happen, Benny. It will never happen, guy. My hand stays up acknowledging my and your tribal chief. It will never happen, man. Let me see. Either that or Charlotte Flair could pop up out of nowhere to defend Rey Mysterio since her husband is Andrade. Uh, yeah, I don't know. That'd be kind of weird having Charlotte Flair defend Rey Mysterio. I get it, who her husband is, but that'd be kind of weird. Liv Morgan will get possessed by Bray Wyatt. All right, let's get to that match. Let's get to that match. I heard my boy Pablo talking about it. Let's get to that match. Let's get to oh man, what are you kidding me? Damn it. I'm over here watching the baseball game. All right, let's get to that match. Let's get to one Liv Morgan and Ronda Rousey. Now look, okay, there's no secret. I do not like Ronda Rousey. Okay, I don't. Um, uh, got you, Mikey. Got you. Take me. You gotta take me to one of your parties, man. Ah, let me see. Hey, there's Pablo. Sick of Liv. Okay, let's talk about that. All right. The match was somewhat entertaining. It wasn't great. I don't think Liv can really put on a great match. But look, at the same time, I don't think Ronda Rousey can put on a great match either. I think both of them need a great dance partner. I don't think either one of them can carry a match. Now, one might say, you know what? I think Ronda Rousey can carry a match better than Liv can. Okay, fair enough. I'm not going to argue that, but I don't think either one of them is great enough to carry a match. Ronda Rousey definitely a star. Liv Morgan, they tried. I thought when I saw her, what was it, a week ago, when she jumped off the turnbuckle and smashed through the table outside, right by the announce table. I thought that was gonna kind of do something for her. She got somewhat of a pop. Um, but I mean, she's still little Liv Morgan, and like my boy Pablo was saying, she's kind of a little bit too much like Alexa Bliss. And I do somewhat agree with that. The shorts, right? I just the color, the facial paint. She does kind of copy a little bit of Alexa Bliss, or maybe she doesn't copy. Who knows? Maybe that's just her character, but she doesn't realize like, hey, you know what? That's already kind of here, and that's in the name of Alexa Bliss. However, Alexa Bliss was much more over in her heyday than Liv Morgan is, and I think Liv Morgan kind of got a much bigger push than Alexa Bliss ever did. Yes, Alexa Bliss was champion, absolutely. But I think Liv Morgan kind of got that extra push to kind of put her up there of like, hey, you know what? There's a new girl. Everybody cheer for her. She's America's nice little sweetheart now. And but that was cool. That was fun for a minute or two. And then I thought, hey, you know what? This is fading away. She needs to do something. Looked like she was kind of turning heel a little bit. Kind of looked like she was doing the whole Britney Spears, kind of like she's not that innocent of a girl. Um, so she loses, right? And like everybody saw, she was smiling at the end. Let me see. Polite scumbag. With the American Nightmare thing, what if Cody Rhodes teams up with Bray Wyatt? Ooh, I don't see that happening, man. Joel knows how I feel about Becky. Ronda is next in line on my list. Mikey, come on, dog. Becky is not that good looking. Becky is not that good looking, man. Come on, Real Ripley's really grown on me, man. She's become really easy on the eyes. Morgan and Bliss are twins. I mean, that's kind of what it seems like, but Alexa Bliss has kind of faded away towards the back. Liv's pops were fake, piped in. Look at crowd. It doesn't match with what you're hearing. Rewatch fight. Yeah, maybe so, Paul. Maybe so. Well, look, the strap is off of her now. Now it's off of her, and they got to see what she's gonna do next. Now, just like Pablo was saying, just like everybody saw, yes, she never gave up in an attempt to keep her relevant, right? Because if you can't, you kind of lose everything that you're trying to build with her. Not to say that they really built something with her, but what they're trying to do, right? So it's like, let's not have a tap. Let's try to somewhat, you know, replicate the whole Stone Cold Steve Austin and Bret the Hitman Hart, right? It's like, hey, he didn't tap. He just faded off. What if we got him? Resistance, Whitney, he brave new faction. And that's the thing, Mikey. That's the thing. Is Liv going to team up with Bray Wyatt, right? I mean, we already saw him take Alexa Bliss under his wing. And me personally, I didn't like Alexa Bliss's character when she was over there with Bray Wyatt. I didn't. I didn't hate it. It wasn't the worst thing ever. I was okay with it, but I was like, oh, you know what? I'm ready for Little Miss Bliss again. I'm ready for the 5 feet of fury and the twisted bliss off the top rope. I wasn't really down with the whole possession and stuff like that. But if they do that now with Liv, now it's the same story. Now it's like, okay, is this another repeat? Because as we see, Liv Morgan is basically in the spot where Alexa Bliss is at. Sorry guys, my granddaughter came over here to visit. So. But basically at the same spot. So now she's got no title, she's got no strap. Where does she go from here? Does anybody even want to see a rematch between uh Liv Morgan and Ronda Rousey? I don't. That match wasn't even all that great. I think fans turned Liv heel a while ago. Yeah, she could be. I don't know if she's heel. I don't know if she's heel. Um, I would still think that she is face. She just kind of lost that little nice girl attitude. And by the way, if you guys seen Ronda Rousey's attitude at the end of that, she didn't care with the fans. She was fucking smacked, dog, to the universe. Uh, nothing crazy. Oh man, I hope it's not my speaker. But if you guys notice, I wonder if Ronda Rousey is gonna turn heel. If you guys noticed after that match, she was fucking smacked. She was talking smack to the universe, man. And I don't care. I mean, she was talking smack. She turned her back on the universe. So she might go heel. Is there a rematch? I hope not, because that match wasn't really all that great. But if I had to bet, I am thinking that she is going to end up with Bray Wyatt. Do I want that to happen? No, not really. At the same time, what do you do with Liv Morgan? Where does she go? What does she do from here? You just send her back down the line and she becomes a jobber? I mean, there's quite a few girls, man, that you could really make some good stories with. Liv Morgan has kind of had her time. To me, she was kind of like shoot, man. Come on, you guys help me out. Corey Graves girl. Mela is money. Come on, give me your name. Let me see. They may have a chance to make the character legit if they go with others in faction. Okay, yeah, maybe so. Maybe so. Yeah, if it's just both, if it's just the two of them, then no. Pablo says jobber, just make her into a jobber. Carmella, yeah, Carmella. You see, like Carmella. I don't know if people remember, but Carmella was champion. Very forgettable champion. She even won Money in the Bank. Very forgettable. She's not that good. Let me see. Joe is being my fault, but I like pretending that he is agreeing with everything I am saying. You know what, man? I don't know if it's my speaker or what. Dang it. I gotta check on that. But every now and then it does happen. Carmella is over now as a heel. I don't know. Is she really that old? I don't know if she's over, man. She's a heel, but I don't know if she's over. She's kind of just like, look, she had a bigger push before, and now she just kind of found herself in the mid card, and that's where she belongs. There's no way you could put the title on her. But let's move on to Seth Rollins. Let's move on to the fight pit, which was the main event. Seth Rollins and Riddle. Now, unlike some people, I actually like Riddle. I like Matt Riddle. I think he could do some good things with him. Um, Look, at some point, look, it got real, right? He got real. He's still kind of that bro, but not as much as he used to be, bro. Pitt sucked. I was expecting more. I was definitely expecting more. and having Cormier in there was kind of, there was really nothing there for that main event. Um, did I enjoy it? Yeah. Yeah, I enjoyed it, but it wasn't anything to remember. It wasn't anything to be like, oh man, that match is gonna go down in history, because that match has never happened on the main card. That's always been an NXT thing, but never on the main roster. And it was entertaining at the same time, a little bit of a letdown. She was more relevant with R-Truth. Oh, Carmella was. That's right. She was running around with R-Truth. Yeah, that fight pit, man. While I thought it was cool when they first announced it, after seeing the match, I was like, it was all right. I've seen better. Maybe, fight pits in NXT, but just for that to be the first fight pit on the main card, I'm like, eh. And by the way, both of these guys can go. Both Seth Rollins and Matt Riddle, both of them can go. Both of them can put on a good show. But yeah, it was just okay. I'm not gonna say it sucked, but it wasn't great either. Overall, junkies, I thought this was it was entertaining, for a pay-per-view for a pay-per-view that I look down upon. I thought it was entertaining enough just to kind of somewhat somehow keep it relevant, I guess. So I don't have to come on here and say put this puppy down. It sucks. It was okay. My tribal chief wasn't there. He didn't need to be there. He doesn't need to spend his time with small timers. But who was there? I don't know if anybody remembers this, but The Miz. The Miz was there. The Miz was very entertaining. See, I like The Miz. And he needs to be Intercontinental Champion again, because he makes the IC strap relevant. See, if you fast forward a little bit to Monday Night Raw, Seth Rollins became the United States champion, defeating Bobby Lashley after Brock Lesnar came out and put hands on that. Sami Zayn is killing it, Mikey. I agree. Sami Zayn has never been more relevant than he is today. He is doing great as a honorary oop. Now there's rumors that the bloodline's going to grow even more. But we'll see what happens with that. All right, storyline, this storyline with the bloodline and Sami Zayn and my tribal chief is the best storyline that I can remember in a long time. In a long time. I don't know. I probably have to go back when JBL was champion, had his cabinet. And I'm not saying that was better, but this is the best storyline in a long time. The thing is, they gotta be very careful with it, right? Because at some point, this storyline is going to come to an end. How does it come to an end? You gotta make sure this pays off, man. You guys ever seen a great show and everybody's just waiting to see, oh man, it's the series finale. Oh, it better end, this way or that way. And you see the series finale, and you're like, man, that show was great, but that ending sucked. The Miz is my dude. Hey, that's my guy too, man. That is my guy right there too. Shoot, add him to the bloodline. I'll approve. I approve. Miz in the bloodline. I approve. Before online said Sammy is outselling Roman. Oh no, we can't have that. Listen. I like Sami Zayn and I like what he's doing, but he is not my tribal chief. Let's get that straight right now. I do not acknowledge him. He's part of the bloodline, yes, but he is nowhere near my tribal. But look, guys, Bray Wyatt's back. I was never really that big of a fan of Bray Wyatt. I know a lot of people wanted him back. Now he is back. Um, I don't know where they go with him. Apparently, he's a very big deal, and I'm not gonna lie, he is somewhat of a big deal. I'm not, I'm not a huge fan of Chris. I think it's good that he's back, but I'm not like, oh man, hell yeah, Bray Wyatt's back. Now this is gonna be great. Like, just like, okay, cool. Does he make it better? Sure, he makes it better, but not to me, not that much better. Sammy is gonna take over the bloodline. Oh, Mikey, you bite your tongue there, guy. Oh, you're typing, aren't you, Mikey? You bite your fingers there. Mikey, bite your fingers and think about what you did, young man. Great story. story best. I can't think of a. What was the last best story that was just as great as this one? Bring back Husky Harris. Hey man, look, we at some point got to talk on how this storyline ends. I got a couple of ideas. I want to hear your guys' ideas so I can go ahead and shoot it to Triple H. Yes, I'm in contact with Triple H. I am part of the bloodline. I do acknowledge my tribal chief. There is no insubordination here with me, at least, on Wrestling Rehab. I can't speak for my other two brothers in crime. I don't think they acknowledge the tribal chief the way I do. So thus, I will be in connect with Triple H, and we'll shoot some ideas over to him. But hey, look, all in all, Extreme Rules, yeah, entertaining. I've been pretty hard on Extreme Rules in the last few years because it has sucked. This time around, it was okay. It was all right. It wasn't bad. I do like that every match, had something going on. The ladder match, the strap match, the I quit match, the fight pit match, all these, man. It was cool. I like the way Mikey, Mikey, stop it, Mikey. Mikey, you you chew your fingers there. You bite your fingers there. Do not. You know what? This life is over, man. Trailer Trucker Wrestling Rehab. Shout out to all my junkies, except for the ones that refuse to acknowledge the tribal chief. Hand goes up. I acknowledge my tribal chief. Trailer Truckers Wrestling Rehab. I'll catch you guys next time.